Hello Pisces, and welcome back to my channel for those of you who have been here before, and welcome to those of you who have come across to see what it's all about. My name is Colette. I am an intuitive tarot reader with over 30 years experience, and this reading today is for you Pisceans, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising and Cusp Pisceans. If you don't know where those placements are, Pisces, there will be a free natal link in the description box down below for you to go and check out. So if you wanting to know more about where your astrology is, where your sun degree actually is, where your moon is, and if you're not sure already, then check out that link in the description, and it will take you to a site where you just put in your birth date, your time and your place, and it will all be laid out for you. It's not my site, it's got nothing to do with me, but it is a site that I use personally for myself. So this is a reading for Pisces in love. It's a love reading. So I will be using 2 decks of cards for you Pisces. This deck of cards is the cards that I'm using for yourself and for the person that you have a connection with, an energetic connection, because you may not still be with that person, but you may still be very much connected to their energy. I will be using this deck of cards. So cross watchers, if you're in a relationship with a Pisces, want to be, or you have been in a relationship with a Pisces, this is the deck of cards I will be using for you. But as I always say, if it doesn't resonate for you that way round, swap them over. However it resonates is how it's meant to be, so whichever way works best for you. So with all my love readings, for those of you who haven't been to my channel before, I separate one of my decks of cards and separate out all the cup cards to give me a kind of overall energy picture of what the surrounding energy is. And we have the Ace of Cups come out for you today, which is all about a new fresh beginning, something coming in, a new idea of love, a new feeling of love, an awakening, an awareness, a acceptance. It can also be to do with love for the self as well, being able to love yourself before you can love somebody else, accepting that you are worthy of love, you are lovable, you have love to give as well as to receive. There's a lot in the Ace of Water, or the Ace of Cups. And he's carrying this big pearl, and that big pearl is kind of the cup itself. In the good tarot deck, the pearl represents the cup. And the pearl, of course, can also be something that is created through the fact that it's an irritant to the oyster. And only because it has this kind of irritating grain of sand, which is how it starts off, does the pearl actually develop. It gets covered over with layers and layers until it becomes this beautiful lustrous pearl that's kind of valuable. It has value. And it kind of says to me that love is very much, or can be like that as well. We can, like, layers upon layers that we have to, or experiences that we have to go through, that it can be irritating. There can be parts of love that aren't all like chocolate boxes and happiness, and you know, you have to take the rough with the smooth, is kind of what this card says to me as well. But at the bottom of the deck here, you also have the 3. And I've not really noticed this before, but today I saw, because I see this card quite often as being like a question mark, particularly when it's upside down. It looks to me like it's a question mark, like you're questioning something here with the 3 of Water. And today I really saw the similarity between these 2 cards here. the shape, the kind of questioning shape of the seahorse. And it also came through very strongly as well as it being like a skeletal part of this. I could really see, it's like seeing the skeletal, like when you get a leaf where it's lost all its outer foliage or outer surface, you get kind of that really fine lined skeletal. It's the same kind of thing that I'm seeing here, which came through in two ways for me. In fact, there was one that's kind of saying that it could be like a tattoo. There could be some of you out there who have got this tattooed on you, in the sense of this person's name or something to do with this person is tattooed actually physically on your body somewhere, or that they are tattooed in your heart, that you hold them in your heart, you hold them close, you hold them dear. They are very special to you. And even if this is a new relationship or a old relationship that is maybe coming or has the potential to come back together, it is saying to me that there is something, that something has made an impression. There's a strong impression here, is how it's coming through. And the first card that you're starting out with, the Empress card, is also saying the same thing. That this energy, this person, has made a strong impression on you. They tick all your boxes. They are the person who you feel good about being with. They make you feel good. They're very sure of who they are. They're very confident in themselves. They know their worth. They know their value. They don't take any messing. They will what's the word I'm looking for? They will cut things off or cut people out of their lives if they don't. They've got high standards. In fact, the Empress has very high standards, and if people don't live up to those high standards, she can be a little bit what's the word, choosy, picky. She kind of knows that she has that ability as well, because she attracts things to her. She's an abundant energy. She's a very giving energy, a loving energy. She is the female Empress, Mother Earth, the all-giving, all forever kind of potentially pregnant with potential or ideas, creativity. But it's covered over with the Three of Wands. But I think just going back to this energy here, this kind of imprint, something has imprinted itself on you. It's kind of like this is either somebody new that Pisces you're having a relationship with, and they've already made this kind of impression on you, and you're kind of falling in love, or it is somebody who, Pisces, for some of you quite possibly, because you have the Three of Wands here, which can depict somebody looking back into their past, because their back is turned here, so they're kind of looking back and they're wishfully, hopefully wanting or looking for this person. Like they're watching the boats, they're waiting to see if this person's coming back, they're waiting to see if they're going to come back into their life. Are they going to step off that boat? Are they going to knock on my door? Are they just going to turn up and be back in my life? It's that kind of energy. But this person is waiting, expectantly waiting, hoping that this is going to happen. If it is a new relationship as well, then you could be wondering how to go about doing something about this. You could be in a position of waiting to see if this person is actually going to do anything about it themselves, to see whether or not you, it's like giving them space to come forward. Because you may not feel as though they're going to be interested, maybe. It is a very powerful energy, the Empress energy. She's very, you know, she's kind of, I hate to use the kind of, you know, Hollywood film actress type of, but that's the charisma. There is like this natural charisma for the Empress energy. So in your head at this time, Pisces, and what you're aware of is this sense of being trapped. Now, it may well be a sense of being trapped because you don't know how to move forward. As I was saying, there is this waiting here. Somebody is waiting. Either, again, because you have had a relationship or because you want to have a relationship with this person. There is still a lot of love there. There is still a lot of feelings. Like I was saying, it does feel as though this person is tattooed, either literally on your physical body, or they are tattooed in your heart. And you can't forget them. You can't let them go. You can't move on. That's how it feels. You can't move on without this person. That's how you're feeling about this energy, Pisces. You don't want to move on. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a female. It can also be a man who ticks all your boxes. It can be somebody who's, you know, equally as stunning. Doesn't have to be a female. Somebody who is very attracted, you're very attracted to their energy. In fact, you're attracted to everything about them, their energy, their look, what they do, the way they do it, how they speak, just everything, how they dress. And there can even be like a kind of sense of like, again, I don't want to really kind of emphasize it too much, but this kind of sense of worship with this person, which can also somehow make you feel not worthy as well. There is also that potential there, which could be why you are feeling in this space in your head that you are trapped and that you can't get out of this. That's how it's feeling. It's feeling like you're trapped. This person has trapped you. You are kind of hooked, hook, line and sinker. You are chained to this person is how it's kind of feeling to me. That's how you're feeling, Pisces. You are feeling like they have bound up your heart and kind of, you are theirs. Is how it's coming across. Because what we also have here with the Ten of Cups in reverse is a feeling of this is what's moving away, the energy that's leaving, what you've been dealing with, but it is an energy where things were good, things were satisfying, everything was rosy in the garden, you had everything you wanted, emotionally you felt satisfied until this happened. Somehow, some way, some reason, the Ten of Cups reversed. But there is an energy here with the Four of Wands saying that it's not over, at least not for you, Pisces. You are feeling like you want to be there, support, you want to take this forward, you want to reconnect with this person, you want to maybe even try and convince this person that they are the right person for you, you are the right person for them, that you are meant to be together, that there's a spiritual connection here as well. The Four of Wands can talk about engagement or marriage. It is about building a solid foundation, though. That's really what this is about. It's about saying that this is, whereas this may not have been a solid foundation, this may have been built more on a kind of fantasy idea of love, whereas this is saying, you know, I want to build something strong and solid, something that's going to last, something that's going to move forward, something that we can celebrate and express our emotional happiness under. Which is why the 4 posts there are surrounded by this garland of flowers. So, underneath and in the subconscious, you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So this is a young energy. It could be a naive energy. This could be an energy of somebody who is very much focused on their own needs, their own wants, their own, like not just happiness, but their own yeah, maybe their own happiness. It was kind of more, as I was saying with this 10 of Cups, it was a kind of more, a sense more of a fantasy being built here. Of something that was, it feels like kind of one-sided. One person put more into it than another. The Page of Pentacles is about wanting to plant this pentacle, basically. It's knowing the value of this pentacle, wanting to do something with it that's going to enhance it, that's going to add to it. Pages are all about learning as you go along, because they need to mature. They need to learn about themselves in order to mature and to grow up. So when it's in reverse, it is saying that there is this kind of naivety here, this sense of immaturity, maybe not acting responsibly, maybe, like I was saying, acting quite selfishly as well, possibly not wanting to share what they had. But there is a sense of them kind of seeing now that that hasn't worked for them, that this has kind of put them in this place here, trapped by, possibly trapped by the memory as well, trapped by their memory, not being able to, it feels like they can't move past, or you Pisces can't move past this, is how it's feeling for me, that you can't move past this, you are caught up in it. And the energy that we have moving in for you here with the Knight of, sorry, just trying to stop that from glowing too much, the Knight of Wands is a warning for me here, because it's kind of saying that you may want to rush into this and try and make it all better too fast, too quickly. It's like you've made your mind up and now you want to resolve the issues, you want to solve the problems, you want to put your creative endeavour into it, you want to You want to build on it. You want to bring it to life. Put your passion into it. But because it's reversed, it's kind of saying to me that you need to slow down, take it steady, hold back a little bit on that passion, on that desire, on that kind of like now kind of energy. Because the Knight of Wands to me has that kind of connotation of I can and I will. It's kind of determination. It's the fire signs. It's Aries. It's Leo. It's Sagittarius. It's determined. It has courage. But here it's kind of saying that all those things are great, but maybe you need to just rein it in a wee bit if it's going to be successful. If you're not going to scare this person off, possibly Pisces, by being too exuberant and too kind of, you know, trying to get to the end of the process before you actually experience any of it. This is saying slow down. Let's slow down. Let's just kind of start back at the beginning in a way. Let's start back here with the feelings and the emotions and let them kind of gradually grow into something else, rather than kind of, you know, grow into this kind of, give it a solid foundation and don't try and leap ahead, is what I'm getting from this Knight here. So let's see, Pisces, what this other person is thinking and feeling at the same time. So energetic connection that Pisces has. How is this other person feeling at this time? How is this other person feeling towards Pisces at this time? That's a lot of cards. Okay, we have the Four of Cups, we have the Five of Swords, we have Eight of Pentacles upside down, we have the Star upside down, and we have the Justice card. So this person is feeling, they are feeling that maybe they can't trust what you're saying. There's like these two sisters here in this particular story are kind of whispering in her ears and saying to her, like, you know, how do you know it's going to be as good as he says? How do you, you know, can you trust this energy? Can you trust this person? Can you trust this individual to fulfill their promises? And the Five of Swords coming after this is saying to me that it could all be very overwhelming as well. A sense of kind of not having control over something or over themselves. It can also be an energy of self-sabotage. There could also possibly be, as I was saying about kind of this worshipping energy here, it could also be that they feel as though you kind of put them on this pedestal and that it's, you know, it's not an easy place for them to be. Or that you expect a lot from them. The Five of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse is saying that this person is trying to focus on something else at this time, but they're not being very successful with the fact that it's in reverse. They're trying to move their life on. They're trying to rebuild on something. sorry about this glare, there's a lot of glare there today. Trying to rebuild on their life now. And they have the Star card as well, the Hope card in reverse. So saying that they're not really seeing things in a very hopeful way. They're just kind of dealing with all the crap in their life at the moment. They're just kind of dealing with the day-to-day stuff, the stuff that comes up that needs to be looked at and dealt with. And so this Star here, which is kind of their destiny, if you like, is kind of obscured at this time. They're not seeing it, they're not aware of it, they're just kind of, feels like with both these two cards here, it's kind of nose to the grindstone, just kind of doing what they have to do in order to get by. So they maybe not even be aware at this time, Pisces, of what you're thinking or feeling, or of their own. They may not have even kind of really looked into their own feelings and their own emotions at this time, because they are just kind of absorbed by the day-to-day necessities, the day-to-day dealings, things that you just have to do on a daily basis that kind of keeps you in that smaller picture, that like smaller energy kind of cuts everything else off and kind of stops you from having that connection to the greater energy, the bigger, greater source. But there is also the Justice card there as well, so they may well be kind of feeling that they're just going to let things play out. They're just going to see what happens. They're just going to wait and see what karma brings, what happens. If I don't do anything about it, what will the outcome be? And that's over the top of your Empress and 3. So it's kind of in a way that you're both in this same energy of kind of waiting to see what the universe is going to do about it. Because it does feel as though, because this is your challenge is to kind of move things forward, because you do also have, after the 3, you do have the 4 there as well. But there is this waiting game as well, because you're kind of waiting to see what they're going to do. And that could be because you, like I was saying, you don't feel good enough for this person. And I'm not saying that that is the case, but it may just be that you are so overwhelmed by them. And that could also be this 5 of Swords energy here as well, that you are just overwhelmed by them. But it kind of ties you up. Kind of ties you up, makes you feel tongue-tied, makes you feel awkward being around them, even though you want to be around them. It kind of causes a, like I was saying, this very strong imprint on you. It's like something is imprinted, almost like it feels like something that you've been there, known this person before. And maybe they are also aware of that as well, with the Justice card here. Maybe they're also aware that there is some karmic connection here and something karmic going on. Some past life situations that are being worked through, worked out, which at this time may not be feeling very comfortable or easy to deal with. And often those type of relationships aren't. This person has in their head the Tower. So something definitely came in and completely changed what was going on between you two here. This Tower moment, this kind of realization, this illumination, this kind of new direction for this person. Something. Because the Two of Swords is also saying to me that there had to be a decision made here. A decision had to be decided. But they do also have the Empress energy here as well. So they may also view you in the same way you view them, Pisces, but you may not be aware of that. They also may feel very strongly that you are their one as well. That you are the person that can give them everything they need. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And that this actual relationship is full of potential. This situation has lots of potential in it for growth, abundance, happiness. Because there's also the Wheel of Fortune here, and again it feels like this person is waiting for the right time, for the divine time here. Wheel of Fortune in reverse is saying that the time is not right, it's not ready. 3 major arcana cards here. The Tower, the Empress, and the Wheel of Fortune. So it's big energy that is being dealt with here. Universe kind of energy, like, you know, planets aligning and planets not aligning and things kind of falling apart because maybe you were supposed to go separate ways for a while and learn other things. Maybe you both had to kind of go off and do something on your own for a while before you could be together. Until the right time, divine timing, place, experiences, growth. So why do we have the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands here? What has this person also been experiencing here for themselves? We did just see the Hangman turn over, but it didn't stay. But it wouldn't surprise me. I will just say as well very quickly that the cusp energy is going to have you at the end of Aquarius, 0 degrees of Pisces, kind of moving out of the Aquarius energy, moving into the Piscean energy. So you may want to check out the Aquarius energy, or the Aquarius reading, should I say, that I have put up for the general read, and there will be an Aquarius love reading going up as well. So if you are at that end of Pisces, you may want to look at that. And if you're the other end of Pisces, you're going to be moving into the Aries energy, which has a lot of activity in its chart at the moment. So if you're at 29 degrees of Pisces, you may want to check out that reading as well, as and when I put it out. So Temperance, the energy of Temperance, upright, is saying, again, it's kind of potential. There's potential there. There is love. There is an understanding between the two of you. There is, like with the silver and the gold cup here, it's saying that it's keeping the energy flowing from the masculine, like from one person to the next person. It doesn't have to be male and female, but it does kind of denote the energies of the masculine and the feminine. The masculine obviously being more dynamic, more action orientated, and the female being more receptive and open. And that's what the Temperance card is saying to me here, that this person is open. They are going through a process also of learning about their communication, because Temperance is about communication as well. It's like, it says that in order for a relationship to survive or to actually exist, there has to be this flow of communication. There has to be backwards and forwards. If there's no communication with somebody, then a relationship just stagnates. It doesn't exist. It's gone. It's like, and it's a bit like oxygen in a flowing, you know, if the water is oxygenated and it's flowing, then things will live in it. It will survive. It will feed things. It will keep things alive in it. And it's the same kind of process for a relationship as well. But if you don't keep that flow going, if you kind of stagnate that energy, then the relationship itself will actually die off, because it loses its sense of honesty and openness and truthfulness, and it takes two people to have a relationship in that sense. Both of you need to listen to each other. Both of you need to know that it's okay to express yourselves to each other, to not hold back. So that's the energy where this person's at this moment as well. So there is this potential to rebuild something here, but it has to be done in a very honest, like this person basically saying, you know, I'm in this energy, I'm kind of open to whatever it is that you have to say, but you also have to be open to whatever it is that I have to say. Listen. It's being able to open, listen and learn from each other as well. So it is a beautiful energy. And it kind of makes sense with this Empress energy as well. And I also feel the fact that you both have this strong connection here. It's also a healing energy as well, Temperance. It's also being able to heal. Whatever has happened in the past. It's kind of saying put it in the past. Maybe talk about it, but don't bring it into your present, in the sense of don't kind of bring it up as... Okay, so it's talking about it, being open and honest about it in order to be able to heal it, but at the same time not to hold on to it, not to allow it to affect what's coming in your future. Well, that's interesting because you have the Page of Pentacles over the top of the Page of Pentacles. So this person is in, you are both in the same energy. Yours is upside down, Pisces, and I feel that's because you don't necessarily see yourself the same way that they see you. And the Page of Pentacles here being upright is saying that this person, again, they are open and they are wanting to create something with you in the future, because that pentacle is all about planting their future. It's all about all these little seeds kind of representing, again, that potential, permanently pregnant with potential energy, which of course you've got twice here as well. So there is growth and abundance and potential for this to go somewhere, for this to be healed. You both want the same thing. That's how it feels. You both want the same thing. You both want to grow together in the future, because the pages are about learning about themselves. This person has maybe more confidence than you do, Pisces. More confidence about them. That may also be what you find attractive about this person, is they kind of know what they want. They know what they want to do in their future. They have things planned, or they have ideas that they want to plant in order to grow them into something worthwhile, long-lasting, fruitful, something that's going to give back. But you are both in that energy, which is very interesting. Yeah, I think that your energy is a lot more lacking of confidence somehow, Pisces. And this person has the moon. And the Six of Cups in reverse over the top of your Knight of Wands here. So the moon for me is saying that things are going to be revealed, maybe things that have not been spoken about, things that have been kept hidden, kept secret, kept in the dark, because the moon can also be about keeping things in the dark, things not being revealed. But when she's upright, to me, it's much more about things being revealed, things being seen, things being expressed. Moon, of course, represents our emotions, the emotional side of our personality. Yeah, it's very glary. So this person may also be trying to make sense of things. You may also, I only say she because it's the moon energy. On the card it depicts a female. Again, it's energy. It's not to do with the gender itself. So like I said, they may be trying to make sense because they are kind of looking back in the present and into their future. And it could also be cycles. It could also be about things coming to fruition, like it's time, things are ripening, things are kind of getting to that stage of understanding about the cycles as well with the Empress energy. These are both feminine energies that you're dealing with here. So this also talks about cycles of knowing when's the right time to sow, when's the right time to plant, and also when's the right time to like nurturing, and because that's another message from the Page of Pentacles as well, that you can't just plant and leave it and just expect it to turn into a harvest, because you need to take care of these things, you need to nurture them, you need to look out for them, weed them. But the Empress, as I was saying, also talks about the cycles, as in knowing you can't go out and force plants to grow. You can't force a situation, basically, is what this is kind of saying to me. You can't force something. You have to let it come to the right time. Again, you've got the Wheel of Fortune up here as well. So this could be something that this person is seriously coming to a realization of, or an understanding of, because you've also got this crab here as well, and the crab is known as the Cancer energy, which is the crab, is also known as the universal womb as well. So things go through cycles, there's timing, there's the right time to do something, to reveal something. It may have to go through that process of gestation in order to be able to. So it's almost like this person has kept something maybe to themselves that they felt that they weren't able to express to you here. Or that they're bringing something into a full cycle here. But they do also have the Six of Cups, which can be seen as the card of karmic relationships or soulmate relationships. It's also a card of acceptance. It can also be a card of feeling melancholy, which can also be moon energy as well. Moon can kind of make you feel quite low. It just feels like a sense of waiting, is what I'm getting from this card, waiting. From these two cards together, somebody's waiting for the right time, waiting for the right understanding of something. Because the cup that she's holding in her hand here, she's got 5 cups down here. And she's got 1 cup that she's holding in her hand, and she's kind of looking into this cup and reflecting on the past, on all of these past situations, possibly from this relationship, possibly from past relationships as well. Kind of seeing, why is she here again on her own? Again, she, he, gender not related. But why is this person kind of on this rock on their own again? Why are they not in a situation of being able to be with the person that they really want to be with? Which is what the Six of Cups is talking about here. Reflection on that energy. And because you do have such a strong connection here as well, I'm going to say that this has got a lot to do with your relationship here. And this person may also be feeling like, you know, it should be happening. Why is it not happening? Why, there's no reason why it can't be happening. I don't understand it. I don't see what it is that's kind of keeping this separate. Because they're also in reverse as well. It does speak to me about this time of needing to reflect, of needing to kind of go deeper into the subconscious, into their own feelings here. And it does come out over the top of your King of Wands energy as well, which does come through for me as a warning to not try and force this issue or force the process. Don't kind of, like I was saying, you want to get to the end of this, whereas this person is kind of in this energy, reflecting, questioning, seeking answers, looking deeper within their own psyche, their emotions, whereas you're in much more of a kind of fiery, passionate, let's get this done now kind of energy, Pisces. Again, it could be the other way around. This could be you, Pisces, and this could be them, depending. Whichever way round it fits. Because this doesn't seem like your energy somehow, but that doesn't mean that it isn't. This kind of fits more in with you. But again, it could have everything to do with the astrology. So if you're feeling more of this energy at this time, then just be aware to kind of not try and rush ahead of yourself. Don't try and force the situation or make it happen before it's ready. It needs time. This person needs time. So let's see what the Ask and It Is Given cards would like to say to you, Pisces. These are cards done by Esther Jerry Hicks, and Esther channels a energy known as Abraham. You can find out all about them on YouTube. There's a lot of videos about Abraham, all to do with manifestation, how we manifest, why we don't manifest what we want. Sometimes manifesting more of what we don't want. All about focus and intention, feelings. Also with this Knight of Wands, don't let it kind of, although it is a warning, also don't let it stop you from actually kind of making this happen. It's not saying don't do it, it's just saying don't overdo it. Is kind of what it's saying. Don't overdo it. It's okay to start the process. It's okay to kind of express to this person how you're feeling, but just don't expect things to just suddenly change overnight, because it's going to be a process here. This person needs to build their emotional, it's like there's an emotional bridge here. It feels like there's an emotional bridge that needs to be reconnected between the two of you. So we have two cards come out for you here, Pisces. One is saying all that is benefiting from my existence, and I do believe that Aquarius got this yesterday, so you may want to check out that reading. It says, no matter what has caused your unique point of view to come about, it has come about. You do exist, you are thinking, you are perceiving, You are asking and you are being answered. And all that is benefiting from your existence and from your point of view. So for me, what it's saying is that everything that you experience, everything, is always going to be of benefit to what they call all that is. I like to call it the source of all that is, all that has ever been and all that will ever be, because that is the energy of it all. But the energy that creates all of this is also experiencing through us, through whatever it is that we experience. It is experiencing it because there is no separation between that energy and who we are. So that's kind of what it's saying, is that everything that you experience, there's still growth that comes from that. There's still learning, there's still understanding, there's still expanding. And that your point of view and you are valid and important and of value. So the next card that has come out for you here is My Life is Supposed to Be Fun. And it says it's easy, be easy about all of this. Life is supposed to be fun, you know. It is Abraham's powerful desire that you return to your state of self-appreciation. We want you to feel love for your life, for the people of your world, and most of all for yourself. There is great love here for you. So that's interesting as well, because that's kind of saying that, you know, it's okay to have these experiences and to have fun. It's all right to have fun. It doesn't have to all be serious. But ultimately you have to know that you are loved from a higher perspective as well. It's kind of knowing that even when you're on your own, there is still love. But it's not just about love from one other person. It's experiencing that love on a higher level. And knowing that it's okay to have fun as well, because life is supposed to be enjoyed. So lastly, I'm going to pull you a angel guide oracle, Pisces, and see what the message is for you here. What do the angel guides want to say to Pisces and the person that Pisces has a energetic connection with? Card please for Pisces. Holy love. It's in reverse, but reverse readings mean that it should be taken more notice of. It's trying to say to you, this is a really important message. Take note, because what it's saying is very important in your life at this time. So holy love. You are blessed to receive this card today, for for it shows you are being surrounded by loving energy, and the cup of your heart will be filled until it overflows with goodness. The angels who are with you now know that at times you can feel unloved and unappreciated, and this can block your experience of love and appreciation. The divine energy that is surrounding you at this time is there to help you melt away any blockages so that you can be open and receptive to the love and appreciation that you deserve. Your angel guidance is encouraging you to view yourself in a loving way and to give yourself permission to be loved. That's kind of coming out with this energy here as well. So I was saying that you are lovable. You are worthy of being loved here. And that could also, again, I don't know whether this is your energy, Pisces, or whether this is the other person, your energetic connection here. If you have been holding back for a while but are now ready to share the love you have within, this card brings you the message that it is safe for you to do so. Angels of love are gathering around you in awe and celebration, for you are finally willing to remember how loving and lovable you are. And heaven is guiding you to see that you deserve loving relationships, loving experiences, and loving acceptance from the world around you. This card marks a milestone in your own self-awareness. It acknowledges the steps that you have taken to claim your worth and to recognise that you deserve to be loved and respected and to feel good. It also acknowledges a new level of spiritual openness. Here we go. This is the very beginning of your reading. The Ace of Water, Ace of Cups energy here. Sorry, I've lost it now. It also acknowledges a new level of spiritual openness which draws even more divine love from your angels and the Creator. You are loved beyond your wildest dreams by the power and the presence that created you. And through receiving and acknowledging that love, you will create even more loving experiences in your life. I think that's a very appropriate and apt card to finish on there for you, Pisces. Very beautiful energy. Remember, you are loved. You are lovable. You are worth loving. You are worthy of love. Like I was saying, I don't think you see yourself in that light in the same way as you see the other person. So I'm going to leave your messages, or sorry, your reading there, and hope that you have got something from this reading, Pisces, from these messages that are being given to you. If you have enjoyed it, if you have found something of some help within the reading, could you please like it up for me? Thumbs it up. The more thumbs I get, the more likes I get, the more it gets out into the bigger YouTube world where the algorithms can pick it up and hopefully take it onto the wider YouTube stage, and then people can come back and look at my channel, and if they wish to subscribe to my channel they can also do that. Thank you very much to those of you who have subscribed to my channel, and to those of you who have liked my videos as well. I really do appreciate you doing that. It's a really big help for me in many ways. It does help to kind of bring more energy into my channel as well, so thank you very much. Also, if you haven't subscribed, could you please do so? There is a little red button on my videos for you to subscribe to, and also I think if you press that button it will open up into a bell thing that gives you the choice to tap the bell in order to receive the videos as and when I will put them out there. I do all the full moon or the new moon astrology and tarot readings for both of those, and I do all the zodiac signs as well, and you can find everything on my playlist. It has all been playlisted, so it's very easy for you to go on, decide whether you want to look at a video for yourself or for somebody that you're interested in, etc., and just look at the titles, and if anything kind of grabs your attention, then that's the video for you to watch. That's kind of how it works. It kind of, any of the messages can be watched anytime because they are out there to kind of help people at any time. They're not just for now, they are for any time in the future as well. So if you feel like sharing my videos also, please could you do that, because again that really helps get the messages out there and hopefully helps other people to feel that they are not alone as well, that there is some help out there with messages for them. And so Pisces, I am just going to say thank you very much again, and also please take really good care of yourselves at this time and take care of anybody else around you. And remember, Pisces, you are worthy of love and you are lovable. Take care.